Now, if you tilt him left or right, he will actually react according to you in real time. He reacts to all your movement. You can also shake, rattle, and roll around. That's known as bunny abuse, and is perfectly legal. He always comes back for more, he always has a big smile on his face, but you can also attract his attention by pressing random buttons around his finger. He loves it. Now, I have absolutely no idea how to describe that move, but it probably reminds you of your adolescence. Now he keeps coming back, he loves it, he loves getting shaken around, but it's not just that. As the game is about collecting objects throughout the various maps, you unlock other maps and you progress and so on, but you can also unlock various devices to use them, like the vice, which squishes and squashes his big head. And you have an air tank, which will also allow you to inflate and deflate his ears and expand his eyes to ridiculous globulous sizes. But again, it's not just about deforming your little rabbit. There's more to it. He loves to accessorize. He's a fashion victim. And he loves to wear a little jello hat. Big this fool, I'm telling you. So all that is a lot of fun. You can play with it. It's like a little toy within a toy. But the important thing is it's about your adventure. We really want to change things up a bit and give you a chance to play through a very epic, large adventure with your crazy little rabbits. So now you can actually take your bunny, you can customize him, you can touch him up, abuse him, do whatever you got to do with it, and then you can throw him back in your game to live your own adventure through the eyes of a rabbit. Now he will appear in all cinematics, and of course you'll be able to control him. Now in Super Racket in the market, you will actually take control of the ultimate weapons of mass consumption and run along the rooftops.
Today's words of wisdom. Work more to earn.
So as you can see, your little customizable bunny. Now you can obviously customize both of them. And now you can skid, skate, rattle and roll, drive, slide your shopping cart around the rooftops. Circle and white are the objects that will allow you to fill your big pile to the moon. Now humans are very fearful of rabbits. But what they do is they'll throw their little mangy pooches at you and they'll try and attack you with their dogs. Now rabbits don't really like dogs. I think it's the whole quadruped thing. It brings back horrible memories of the past. But it doesn't matter. They're still useful for building their giant pile. So you can smack them around, you can hit them, and you can abuse them as you wish. Now we have another major foe. These are called verminators. They're dressed up in kinky green latex. And they will attack the rabbits at any point. Now you gotta watch out for their big belly flop because it can cause uncomfortable chasing. Now as you run around, obviously you can drive over them and collect them, or you can scream at them and explode them. Reducing your enemy to his underpants. Pretty much everything and destroy objects, barbecues, and destroy humans' natural, boring daily lives. And when you're not destroying things, collecting things, you can generally just make a mess, which is always beneficial. Now what we've tried to do is really give the player a chance to drive around in a shopping cart, like you do in the supermarket to a certain extent. So we've created a series of skate parks as well that allow you to just sort of roam free and jump and take off on ramps and do a few tricks along the way. But it's not just about your basic shopping cart. We wanted to give the player more. So it's all about exotic gameplays that you can strap on and pimp out your car. So now in the next map, you'll see you can actually strap a very high density airplane reactor engine to your car. Now there's many of these varieties in the game. You can have a bubble bed, for example, that you can fly across the Miami skyline with, or a giant inner tube that you can bounce off things. Now in this hard time of recession, the bunnies simply refuse to fly economy. And here's why. It is live, I promise. There you go.
Thank you for choosing Titanium.
So as you can see, your still customized money is there. And now he's going to smack the heck out of an airplane engine just so he can strap it to his car. Obviously using the moon to add a little bit there. And there you go. You have an airplane engine for a car. Now this will give you a new dimension.
Will be arriving at 8
Now this gives you a whole new sensation of driving controls. This is speed now, so you can boost through the fictional airport. As you drive around, it changes the mechanic and the combination of fluidity of the controls. Now this happens with all the different mechanics. If you collect really large objects, it'll mean your caddy will tilt one way more than the other, and so on and so forth. Now this is just a snapshot of the many maps that we are showing hands-on at this year's E3. So please come to the booth and bring out the rabbit in all of you.